Boy, talk about some drama today. Hoo-wee! Boy, howdy. Let me tell you what, boy, don't you know? The Twitchosphere is on fire, boy. People are hot. All the DMC clays went out. Let me break it down for everybody who don't know what's going on. All right. Today, Twitch sent out a billion different emails, or a billion emails, to a lot of different Twitch folks, not just partners and affiliates, but pretty much anybody who streamed in the past. And in said email, they said that, hey, in the past, we have found that you have one or more DMCA copyrighted VODs and or clips. And in said thing,
77 is the 22nd discrete by prime and the first of the family. A Blum integer since both 7 and 11 are Gaussian primes. The sum of 3 consecutive squares, 42 plus 52 plus 62.
Neat. Thank you, S'mores, for the 77 months chat, showing some love if you haven't already. Appreciate it, man. So they sent out a bunch of emails telling people that they violated DMCA claims in the past. So here's what the information gathered has kind of come to the conclusion of. Twitch, they paused all DMCA claims during the last DMCA apocalypse, which was in June. So nobody was getting any claims or takedowns, apparently. And they were holding on to all of them in a giant basket of life. They were holding on to all these claims until they provided the means to us to deal with all the stuff that's happening. And that stuff is to be able to delete, recognize, number one, use audible magic and clips to catch DMCA copyrighted stuff, and then give us the means to delete them. And then today they came out with Twitch Soundtrack, which is a royalty-free audio solution from Twitch, right? So now that the things are ready, they're like, all right, we've held on to all these claims. We're going to give you all a warning. We're going to give you all a warning, and you will not receive a strike, which is good of Twitch, right? Norma's hitting the button. 14 months, chat, showing some love. Thank you.
I'm a fan. 07.
07. So Twitch said they're not going to give you a strike. They're just going to give you a warning to say, hey, you had the DMCA claim. Had this been the old system, you would have got a strike, which is scary. Which is really scary, right? Because 3 strikes and you're out. Your account gets removed from Twitch. So, all that happened, and Twitch is like, all right, we're going to remove the offending content for you. So they went ahead and deleted the stuff that was offending. But they didn't tell the people they sent emails to what content was flagged. So you got all this DMCA content, or this copyright claim content, and nobody knows what stuff they did to cause it, which causes anxiety, because if you got a system where 3 strikes and you're out and you don't know what you did, and a lot of people who are getting these emails don't think they did anything wrong. They're like, I didn't play any music. So, and there's this thing called false DMCA claims, right? Which I'm terrified of. That's the thing that terrifies me, because you can do everything right, but you can still get a copyright claim. Let me fix my chat real quick. There we go. Let's make that full. You can still get a copyright claim even if you do everything right. So the Twitchiverse went crazy because not only did they, you know, get this message, they got this message that things are, you know, there's something bad about your channel in terms of copyrighted claim content, which is something you don't want to see. Not only that, but Twitch's already deleted the content and they didn't tell you what it is. So it's kind of weird. It's a weird thing, and people are reacting negatively because the fact that Twitch deletes the content prohibits you from doing from challenging the claim. You're waiving your rights to challenge the DMCA claim if they delete the content. So people are weird. I mean, people are weirded out. They're not weird. You guys are weird, but people are weirded out because a lot of folks don't even know what they did. The ongoing fear is that there's some video games that people played with background music that was claimed, which is very common. If you've ever done any YouTube content, if you've ever uploaded anything to YouTube or even Twitch, sometimes game music, in-game music can cause a DMCA claim. Most recently, Avengers. Marvel's Avengers had a segment. Marvel's Avengers had a segment where the girl walked through the helipad or the helicarrier, and there was music playing in the background on the laptop that was copyrighted. So a lot of people are scared, and rightfully so. This is why I want to delete all his stuff in the past, because of that. Because there's stuff that you just absolutely can't know or can't control that can still get you a claim. That's how loose DMCA is, right? And you guys have probably noticed that I haven't played any single player games really. The only thing I played was Marvel's Avengers. Everything else I've been playing has been multiplayer and or a simulator or something, right? Ever since that announcement. All of my single player stuff has been going up to YouTube. Because YouTube, while getting a lot of flack, does a much better job with this stuff than Twitch. And that's, some people want to debate that, but I don't think it's debatable. Having used YouTube for many, many years and having gone through thousands of copyright claims, literally thousands myself, YouTube does a much better job of handling than Twitch does. You have no protection on Twitch. So the message that was posted on Twitter, which is not in the email, so it's like, we don't know if it's true or not, honestly, because just because a Twitch support person posted it to Twitter doesn't mean make it true. They said that going forward, if they find something flagged for copyright in your clips, they specifically said clips. If they find something copyrighted in your clips, they'll delete it for you, and you won't be held liable. Similar to VODs, the way VODs are today, they mute the VODs. They're just going to straight up delete the clips or delete the content. Here's the problem with that. Twitch is not going to catch all the DMCA claims with audible magic. They're just not. If you think that, you're sadly mistaken. Just a nice guy. Thank you so much for the support. The tier 2.
Does this mean I get a discount on the annual ticket for the Buana boat? 5% seems fitting here, lol.
5% at 5 months? Not quite. You got a little bit more to go. So, Twitch is not going to catch all of the copyright claims. a matter of fact, I don't think they're going to catch a majority of them. They do their best with Audible Magic, but they're not going to catch all of them. So here's what's going to happen. There's going to be copyright claims, and this is coming really soon. This is just a prediction. There's nothing written about this. There's going to be a lot of copyright claim takedowns for VODs and clips that Audible Magic is not going to catch. Number one. Number two, there's going to be straight up live takedowns. When you're live, somebody somewhere is going to be like, take them down. Here's a DMCA claim. And you're going to get taken down. You're going to get your channel. People are going to be watching your channel and you'll be banned. That's how live takedowns look. You'll be watching and just like, boop, it goes away. Channel's gone. So that's going to happen. So I post a series of tweets on Twitter. And again, guys, I do have a surprise for you. Don't worry. I'm gonna spring the surprise on you real soon. I just wanted to talk about this in the beginning because I'm gonna get a lot of questions about it. I know. Because I happen to be an expert on the subject. Weird flex, but okay. There's going to be a lot of anxiety, and I put up a tweet telling people to basically prepare. You just have to prepare. The way you prepare is that you don't play copyrighted music. You don't play copyrighted music. That's the best thing you can do. That's what you have control over. The things you don't have control over are video game background music, because you don't have control over that because you don't know. So the only thing you can really do is mute it. Not a lot of people are going to watch a game, especially, you know, like games like, what was that game that had the copyrighted music in the background? Death Stranding. Death Stranding had some really good immersive music that made the game. It really helped make the game. If you haven't played Death Stranding, I don't want to spoil it, but the music played a big part. But there's music in there that will get you a copyright claim. But if you mute the music, you'll see the camera pan out and then have this gorgeous view of the landscape with no music. And the game looks like it's not even done. So it kind of ruins the gaming experience that they're trying to convey to you if you take out the music. And if you stream that stuff live to Twitch, then you're going to be liable for that. So this is just the way it's been. This is not new. This is not something that just got sprung on Twitch. It's been around a while. Twitch has been getting the get out of jail free card or something. I don't know what they've been getting. But YouTube's been having to deal with this for years. And now Twitch is having to deal with it. Like even more so. And you guys saw it. A lot of big streamers were playing like top songs that are on the radio, you know, Billboard hits. They've been playing them without remorse. They just play them, and you know, you can't do that on YouTube. So now the day of reckoning is here. So yeah, I put up a tweet. Go to twitter.com/Borna. I talk about some sources. I use Stream Beats and I use Pretzel Rocks for my music, all of which have sync licenses. If you don't know what a sync license is, check out my Twitter. I explain it there. I have a link to the article. You have a license to synchronize, to basically use the music to video. You can synchronize that music that you're licensing to the video that you're producing, which is what you see right now, me talking over music. You need a special license for that. If you don't have that, you are subject to a DMCA copyright claim. Period. That's just the way it is. It could be royalty free, it could be whatever. If you don't have a sync license, you are open to a copyright claim. So that's lawyer speak. And that's just the way it is. And a lot of streamers don't know that. And they need to. And when you say that to them, that narrows down the list of music that you can use by a lot. Because there's just, you can't just play Spotify. Doesn't have a sync license. Technically, you're not even supposed to play Spotify while live streaming. That's a whole different ball game right there, though. So Twitch put out a message. They're going to have a seminar or like a webinar, I think in a couple days, either tomorrow or the next day. They anticipate this. They anticipate a lot of anxiety and panic. So they're going to have a webinar. They're going to answer questions. They're going to do their best to educate people on DMC Clay. I've been trying to do it for years, and people just don't listen. The problem is, let me break it down. The problem is people, number one, they don't listen, and they don't believe that the consequences are going to affect them. If they did, they wouldn't play copyrighted music. I'm talking about the people that continue to play. They just don't think that's going to happen to them. They just don't. They don't believe it. That's the only explanation why they just keep doing it. Even though you tell them you're not supposed to do it and they keep doing it, they don't believe they're going to get caught. They don't believe nothing's going to happen to them. And they're in for a rude awakening. Because the RIAA already went on record. They said, Twitch, we're coming at you. And they don't play the radio. The RIAA don't play the radio. They are coming. That little thing right there was just the beginning. So people got to get serious about this. And the thing that worries me the most is that, this is a video game streaming site, twitch.tv. It's a video game streaming site. Video games have copyrighted music in them that you are not licensed to live stream. So you can't just go out and get a game and stream it anymore. The music in it might get your channel banned. The music in the game might get your channel banned. People got to realize that. That's why Buono's not playing a lot of single player games on Twitch. That's where you find a lot of that music is the single player games. Yeah. So it's a dangerous time. It's a dangerous time. People got to be vigilant. They got to be careful. They got to take it serious. You can't shrug it off. You got to take action. And if you take action and you are serious about it, the anxiety won't be there. You're prepared. It's the people that aren't prepared that are going to be like stressing out. What do I do? What do I do? Do something. Don't just sit there and say, what do I do? So yeah, it was a weird day because it affected a lot of people. Big streamers, people who signed contracts with Twitch, got these emails. Huge streamers. And again, I think the fear is just they just don't know what caused it. They're probably thinking what caused it. I don't remember even playing anything that could be a DMCA claim. And if you don't know, then you can possibly do it again. That's the scary part. So, just got to be careful. Got to be very careful. Twitch's Twitch's soundtrack thing came out yesterday. They released it to a bunch of people. I got access. I haven't tried it yet though. And it's pretty cool. It's a plugin for OBS that streams audio to a channel that won't be recorded in your VOD. So that saves you the trouble of dealing with that. Problem with Twitch soundtrack is that they don't pay their artists. They don't pay their artists. They pay them through exposure. And that's generally a frowned upon practice. So people don't like that. I wonder if you get a risk of strike playing an ocarina in Zelda. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing about DMCA claims. Covers. Like if you sing a song, if you do a cover or you sing a song, you could get a claim. A lot of people don't know that either. You could I come up here. That's why we joke when I sing a song and like DMCA. You can get a claim for just a cover. So if you're just playing music, somebody say, hey, play the theme to this, and you play it, you can get a claim for that. DMCA covers, for lack of a better word. So you got to be really, really careful. and vigilant. You gotta, like, people were making fun of people, like, they weren't making fun of me, but they were making fun of people like me that went and deleted all their VODs and clips. They're like, you're overreacting. Ha 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 ha. I didn't get a letter. And there's people out there that say they deleted everything and they still got a letter. My suspicion is that it was video game music in the background. If you're playing new releases, like all the single player games and stuff, you're opening yourself up to that. You really are. So if you're a big streamer out there or an aspiring streamer, I hope you have a couple things. I hope you have a means of recording your VODs. If you need to save that content, record your VODs local. Because, especially if you're playing through a game that you want to upload to YouTube or something, Twitch is going to mute it. If there's some... And this is already true today. This is not new. People who they probably already do this. You know, buy a hard drive, you rich streamers out there. I know y'all got the money. Buy a hard drive, a big, giant hard drive, and just archive your stuff. And OBS has a great feature where it will automatically record while you're streaming, and it doesn't take a lot of resources. I did it for a long time. On a single PC machine. If you got a double PC machine, it's really easy, right? So you gotta do that. And number two, you gotta be on top of this music, man. If you're gonna play a brand new release, you have to consider just muting the music. You have to consider just muting the music. Just say, chat, I'm sorry, but I can't play the music because I might get a DMCA claim. So if you want to experience the music, I recommend you download the game yourself, blah, blah, blah. Give them a speech. That's gonna be the norm, man. That's gonna be the norm because you just never know. Because here's what happens. Let me try to break it down a little bit more. Companies, when they use music, especially copyrighted music in their game, they pay for a license for so long, like 4 years, 5 years, or something like that. If you get the game on a Steam sale, this is very common. If you get the game on a Steam sale, play it after the license expires, guess what? You can get a copyright strike because you played the game after the license expired. That happened with Fallout quite a bit. That happened with Fallout. That happened with a lot of games. They had licenses for the music for just a certain amount of time. And once that time was up, people were liable for the music. You can't play Fallout Radio on streams anymore. Like if you go and download Fallout 3, I think it was, Fallout 3 and 4, and you play the radio stations, you can get a claim. That's why a majority of Fallout people don't play the radios in Fallout, because that license expired.